in the SaaS models compared to people buying the licenses in the year 2010. That shows that how mature the technology has become in its right time. In fact, in China, they're expecting that the traditional IT model will constitute very less percentage of new purchases this year. Reasons for this shift, I think we have seen that the economic cycle has not been very good for us. People are shying away from investments, and healthcare unfortunately has been very, very laggard in terms of investing in technology. So that's one of the reasons why probably cloud will have a significant impact in this industry. Healthcare for long has been having issues in attracting the best IT talent from a technology perspective. We are seeing that as the day progresses, bandwidth is becoming one, cheaper. Two, it's a lot more easier. Today you can get a 2 Mbps line in your home with just a phone call. It's very easy. This particular concept, cloud, is probably best suited to start with for smaller clinics and mid-sized hospitals. I think some of these technologies have been ignored in healthcare in the past, but it's high time we start looking at this. Typical applications, some of them are of course not very relevant to India but are being used outside, is the simple scheduling scheduling applications which you don't need to basically own. There's nothing so secretive about this information. You can always use an application which is hosted on the cloud. Practice management systems, the typical applications which are used in US for IPS. Medical records, very interesting, very debatable. Again, the moment we put in something like this, it evokes a lot of concerns in terms of privacy, in terms of security. But for all the healthcare people who are here, I would like to challenge them on why that's a challenge. Because if my doctor is not willing to share my record, then I don't want to go to the doctor. Because when I'm in emergency, my doctor, irrespective of the place I am in, he should be able to know what my allergies are, what my latest medication is all about, and what will work for me and what will not work for me. That's the big challenge in US. So I think we should not go that route and look at sharing this information across the providers. Billing is another popular application in US which is going the SaaS way. Revenue cycle management and HIS. I think this will be one great application for us in India to look at cloud. How can cloud computing change Indian healthcare? As I said, there's one geek in the cloud world called as Krish. Very blogged guy, if you go to his blogs, he writes very passionately about cloud in healthcare. I think Google and Microsoft have already started pushing applications on the cloud. Today, if we collectively come together and say that, yes, let's use a common infrastructure and start sharing information, I can assure you that the healthcare, the way it's getting delivered today, will change big time. As I said, apart from using the cloud, I also encourage the providers to look at sharing the information, be it a pharmacy company, be it a hospital, or be it a clinic or a radiology center, whatever it is. If we can start sharing this information apart from using the cloud, I think that's going to be a great thing. Advantage, I think cloud as a platform will be a lot more easier for us to use it for exchanging the health information, which is very, very critical for us. One of the reasons why we need to do it is, I think we in India, I think we are the world leaders in everything, be it population, we are the diabetic capital, probably we'll have the world's maximum number of oral cancers in this country. We have a lot of chronic diseases which we tend to ignore. Even it was difficult for me to push my father to get a diabetes test, and when he did it, he was found to be positive. So we don't even have a concept of regularly going to centers and getting ourselves checked. So I think it will definitely help when we start exchanging information, help in tracking the chronic ailments especially. Then we can create health records which are going to be of great help. Instead of trying to push the information, doctors will have the ability to pull the information as and when they want. And probably it will help us to reduce some of the diagnostic tests, which we do when we move from a provider to provider. One doctor says, probably, I don't know which center you used, whether it's a good report or not, why don't you do it? So once we probably put everything together in a central repository, we'll be able to eliminate those things. The advantages would be, I think, it will definitely improve the quality of care, the patient care which the providers can provide. searchable healthcare information rather than scanning and taking the reports, physical reports. If you can share, probably this will be searchable. It can be transported easily across the net. Most importantly, this is what always passionate about, making the information available at the point of care. This is extremely important. I mean, US is just struggling. I mean, within the state also, if you go to Mass General, go to Boston General Hospital, those two guys don't talk to each other, and then you end up getting the test repeated, or the medical records are not available. Still, the physical records go there. Wait time associated with the exchanges, especially when the insurance is going to come and become more and more popular here. As you know, in US, without your PCP suggesting, recommending you to see a specialist, you cannot see the specialist, and you'll have to carry this particular PCP has to give all the health records which he has generated, this paper records, he has to send that file to the specialist, so that when you arrive at the specialist office, this information is available. That wait time can be definitely removed. Then I think disease management is something which we are talking is going to be very interesting for us to manage. And adverse impacts on the drug-to-drug interactions, or drug-to events, or drug-to-health, drug-to-allergy, whatever allergies we have. If the information is available, probably when the doctor is prescribing drugs, he'll be aware of what to do and what not to do. So I know I was trying to rush because there's so many speakers today. If there are any questions, I'll take it. Otherwise, Dipanjan. We have a booth here in stall 55. You can visit us. If there are any questions, I'll be able to answer them.